All right. Welcome back to Cocoa Thoughts. It is the 12th of March now. Oh boy. That I'm pretty sure did I? I'm pretty sure I freaking recorded an episode last Sunday. Hopefully I didn't forget. I'm pretty sure I did. My memory's bad, of course. Um Hopefully everybody's staying warm. Apparently it's going, at least where I'm at, it's going back to being freaking 50 to 20 degrees again, which is kind of annoying because it was starting to get warm. It was like 50 to 60 degrees. But unfortunately, weather is super inconsistent. And I gotta get some water. Um, yeah, besides that, a decent game has actually came out. Contraband Police is pretty good. It's kind of just a 3D version of Papers, Please. And it kind of has like some air quotes like updated events, maybe. Like they have Novid like 78, I think, in the game. Obviously, like reference to like COVID. You check people's medical papers. Uh, the whole paper thing is still intact. You can click on everything and cross reference it with the book, and it's pretty good, to be honest. They have a upgrade system, and you get a decent bit of money flowing in, so you should be able to like buy most of them. The person I was watching playing it only went through like midway, and I might buy it myself because it's actually like a cheap game. It's like $20, and yeah, it looks pretty good. You could choose sides as well. Same thing with what is it? Freaking Papers, Please. And I wonder if it has the branching endings option with Papers, Please, because within that game there's a lot of individual choices you can make. Like I'm pretty sure there's one where you can choose to save certain people, and they might come back in like the future and help you. So that seems pretty cool. The person I was watching do it though, he didn't really spare anybody, and in fact, he kind of shot every single person that was trying to cross the border when he was playing it. So it was entertaining, but it was kind of weird because you didn't really get to see any like diversity. You kind of just you kind of ignored all like the side routes and kind of just like did the main story. But yeah, Contraband Police seems like a pretty good game. Still waiting for Dark and Darker. It's almost the middle of April where they said that it was gonna come out. So hopefully it'll be good. Or maybe they do like an early beta. I don't know. Apparently they announced CS:GO 2 from Valve. I don't really know what they can really change with it. Hopefully, I mean, they're probably gonna transfer the skins over because a lot of people invested money in skins, and that would kind of collapse the market. But personally, I don't really care. I mean, people probably still play CS:GO over CS:GO 2. I don't know how many people still play Overwatch over Overwatch 2, or what other games can you even say this with? Um, I don't know. I don't know too many games that just like come out with the two and then like fully replace the older game as of late. I'm pretty sure it's just like Overwatch is like the most recent example that I could think of. Uh, Unfortunately, TF2 is still not gotten anything, and I personally don't understand it because I mean, they could easily pull like an Overwatch scene, but I feel like uh since it wasn't like already established, they just like don't really care about it. I feel like I don't know, and it's like really unfortunate because it's actually like a really fun game. I'm just really hoping that the community update that's supposedly supposed to happen actually adjusts some of the things that the players have to deal with, and maybe it'll be a good game to like revisit. Because I mean, I don't think they're gonna fix the bot situation. I don't know. And unfortunately, I'm only like freaking 5 minutes in. I've already blasted through half my topics that I have listed. The only other thing that I could talk about is freaking anime right now. But what else has happened? I don't really do anything like personally. I kind of just come home, play games, and freaking watch anime. The only games that I've really been playing though are League, and everybody hates it, and it's really just like a hate to play game, like how people like hate watch certain people and try to get them annoyed or something. I kind of only like play League at least for like the little mini communities around it, really, because the mini communities kind of I don't know, give me a reason to play it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I don't really know what I would play if I didn't have League. I don't think I'd play like something like Minecraft. mm, what else is even good that's out right now that has like a satisfying like gameplay loop? Because the main appeal that I get out of a game like League of Legends is out just choosing like random, well, choosing the pre-made build paths for well, not the build paths, but the pre-made runes, and then just like going from there. Either choosing a like the alternate builds or just choosing like a regular build depending on the enemies. If they're gonna just go the regular build or do something else, because if they go the regular build path, like I don't know, an ADC going like Kraken Slayer, then it's not gonna like be like a fun time if they have like a good tank or something. I don't know. I wonder, can I like pull a game and Nope, it just gets rid of it. Um, I don't know. I might have to revisit freaking Killing Floor. My only problem with Killing Floor though is that there's like nobody who plays it. I don't think anybody's playing it right now. Hmm. Like what else is there? I see. I see. There's like any games coming out that could be interesting. Like at least for the people that I watch like play games, they've mostly just been doing randomizers, and randomizers are kind of boring. But I guess there's not really anything else to do. Let me see. Trying to find Steam new releases. Um, yeah, just Contraband Police is good. Um, I mean, the last spell could be good. I haven't really seen too much of it. It's like a the base defender slash base builder. I don't even know what you would call it. I don't think it's a base defender. Let me just find the freaking genres. turn-based strategy game. I mean, it's pretty good. They definitely put some money into doing the intro because I'm the last time I saw it, they didn't really have an intro, but I didn't really see too much of it because the people that I watched play it just like played it for like an hour and then they quit. Um, that's really it, huh? There's like literally nothing else. And on Steam, it's like mostly just NSFU games, or at least like a quarter of the releases are NSFU games. Just something random. Man. Um. But yeah, there's like not from. Oh yeah, there was like Sons of the Forest, which is basically like crap. What's that other game? Oh, The Forest. Sons of the Forest. Wait, I wonder. Is it the same devs? There's no way. Oh, let me see real quick. Who made this? Apparently, it was End Night Games and New Night who published it. In the Forest. Oh, I have to do the birth date thing. It is End Night Games. How do they manage to re-release their game with like a little bit more with some more features, basically like a DLC, like God of War Ragnarok, which is true. God of War Ragnarok is literally like DLC to the original God of War game, and they managed to fumble it because they. I feel like they just like added more bugs from what I saw. And to be honest, I didn't really care to watch it because it is not that appealing of a game to me, at least. And the only things I saw from it are mostly just people glitching out with the AI and the AI not doing what it's supposed to do, or some kind of not really kind of, but then just like generally just not really playing the game, I guess. But yeah, other than that, there's not. I wonder when's freaking Dead Island. I really need it. Island 2 coming out 4/21. Okay, so one more month and then I get Dead Island 2. I'm really hoping Dead Island 2 has not only just a linear story, but hopefully an expansive freaking crafting system. And apparently there are more. Oh, wait, skill cards were revealed. Oh, let me see that. So apparently skill cards are gained from leveling up and they're found in hidden places of LA, which the map is based after. And scavenge from slain zombie foes. Skill cards are collectible items that, once equipped, grant slayers special powers, abilities, boons, and boons to aid them in combat situations. Okay, well, I gotta cough again. Hold on. Well, so much for freaking laying back in my chair. I don't know why. Whenever I do this, my voice just immediately dries up. But if I like talk in real life, I'm like, well, at least I like my workplace or something. I can talk for probably like 30, 40 minutes maybe before my mouth dries out like it is right now. Anyways, um, so they have a a dash strike ability with a Slayer skill Hammer Fist. Okay, so you can launch zombies. All right. fantasy mechanic. Scorched Earth. That's interesting. You can slam the ground and incinerate enemies. Hmm. I didn't really expect them to go along the uh fantasy realism path, but I guess what do you expect? I mean, it is zombies. I was thinking it was gonna be like a hardcore survival game. I mean, Dead Island itself, I mean, skill trees, they weren't really too expansive in the original game. I mean, it was like very marginal increases in like certain damage types. Like I'm pretty sure one of the skills would increase your damage with blunt weapons by like 3%, and it would go up to like 9. And then some other abilities would like increase the duration of your like active skill whenever you filled up the meter for like a little bit longer, depending on how many enemies you kill. Probably like stuff like that. Hmm. I mean, it's not really too bad. I mean, there a collectible system seems pretty good. I mean, you don't really have to use them either. No, hopefully, they don't like force you to have to use it, or maybe they switch to a like a if you do the hardcore game mode, you have only one card, and you just get like charges of that ability. That'll kind of balance it out a little bit. Because I mean, obviously, the there's the launch into the stratosphere with like a punch or up rather a palm hit. I mean that if you spam it, kind of doesn't matter like what difficulty you're on if it just like one shots them. I don't know. I'd have to I'd have to see the gameplay. But I mean, it could be interesting. I mean, I don't know. Like I mean, I am like a little bit doubtful as soon as I saw the freaking player cards. But I mean, if they implement it correctly, it won't really matter to me. But other than that, hmm, talking about like oversaturated genres, like Vampire Survivor like games where you're basically kind of just moving around and things automatically shoot. Mine's just like I guess I'll segue into anime right now. So it's 1825. I'll try to remember that number. Um, yeah, there's like a lot of isekai animes getting created. Unfortunately, I don't have any names of them right now, but let me just actually find one. Like, let's see here. Wait, Overlord's the Oh yeah, wait, never mind. Overlord is the isekai. Never mind. Um, so you got the handyman Saito in another world. To be honest, I don't think that show's that bad. I think it's like actually kind of it's like all right. Besides Saito getting absolutely obliterated and then getting resurrected, I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of him and the main girl, who unfortunately I can't tell because I do not remember people's names at all whenever they're voice actors. But I don't know. I do like the main couple. Um, Look, there's so many freaking isekais. You got campfire cooking in another world. I don't think it's really that bad. It's kind of funny though, if you think about it. A lot of the cooking within anime or manga, it's kind of just like advertising for Japanese cuisine. And it's kind of like I can't tell if it's like sometimes propaganda or not because I don't really know what the food really tastes like. But to be honest, I bet it's good because they keep writing about it. And like every single show, I don't think there's really been a single case where somebody's made a Japanese dish and they just like really didn't like it. I mean, Shokugeki no Soma existed. I'm surprised I remember that name. But you know that the whole show was literally just about people eating food and just losing literally everything. They freaking close their minds. Talking about how good the food is. What else? Um, I don't know. I'm just seeing some of these names. I'm not really interested. I do like the Skeleton Knight in Another World though. That was actually kind of funny. I do like the skeleton wearing armor and being kind of like incognito, trying to become a human again, while also being nice enough to help that elf girl. Unfortunately, names freaking suck. Um, hmm. What else is there for like isekai? I would say Mushoku Tensei, but I'm not really interested in watching that because I don't think it's. I think it has like a good story, but I think the execution is done. Uh, I don't know about poorly. I don't know. I would have to freaking rewatch it again. I watched like the first season and it was kind of lame. Mm. Had like a very good start with like the character just like absolutely blasting the magic out the side the house and discovering his parent. I'm pretty sure he discovered that his parents were like former adventurers. I bet I keep hitting my mug that's right next to my water bottle. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have to watch it. I don't think I'm really missing anything though. Mm, other than that, wait, is Doctor Stone an isekai? Hold on, let me see real quick. It is a. I don't think it's just a shonen that this thing is showing me. Where is a anime site? There it is, and it is a adventure comedy sci-fi. It's time travel survival, huh? Really? How's it time travel survival? This dude has like. Oh wait, never mind. I remember because the main character's dad was sent into space, I think, and then oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen Doctor Stone. I'd have to rewatch it. And to be honest, I'll probably watch that after summertime rendering because that it has 2 seasons. And I remember the first one vaguely because it was just like science versus a bunch of muscular dudes. And I'm sure they're probably going to go into depth about various combat forms and how, I don't know, so much muscle can somehow uh bend like the laws of physics or laws of science or something like that. I'm sure. But I didn't want to watch the trailer before starting this episode because I feel like it would spoil things. I usually skip intros and outros of animes in order to not see any spoilers. Cause I don't know, just like freaking movie trailers. Like you can watch a just like any movie trailer, and you can kind of see what like the climax of the story is. And I would talk about a terrible movie my dad and I watched, but it had way too many freaking plot holes. Like it was some Netflix movie. It was staged in like the UK, and it's just like a supposed like really good detective that's like good at reading people. Like that's a special ability. Was framed for a murder, and basically the only thing the murderer had was just blackmail on like every one of his victims. Like he would be able to tap into uh microphones and stuff and tap into cameras on people's laptops or phones and just see what they were doing, and then his group would just create a spreadsheet for blackmail. I don't know. It didn't really seem that good. It kind of reminds me of like Watch Dogs because I'm pretty sure in Watch Dogs you can like scan people with your phone and you just get like their ID, you just get all their information, and it's like basically the same as the movie. I'm pretty sure too in Watch Dogs you could like see a crime maybe that they commit. No, no. Regardless, the movie wasn't that good. Too many plot holes. Yeah, back to anime because that's what this is for. Uh, yeah, hopefully Doctor Stone season 3 is good. I have no clue what happened in season 2 though, so hopefully there's like some development where he I don't know, can create things that he needs or research with the other kid from the village better. I don't know. I forget what the other kid knew what to do or knew how to do better than the main character. I don't know. It'll be a good show though. I have like high hopes for Doctor Stone. As long as they can just nail the pacing, which most anime I'd say really sucks at pacing. Yeah, I think it'll be good. Yeah, speaking of pacing though, summertime rendering finally. Um, Surprisingly, before I get into it though, I don't understand. I could not find any awards for the show. Like, yeah, like one out of the four openings to the show, or openings and endings to the show, were kind of garbage. Because literally only like the first half, which I think it starts at like episode 13, the ending gets changed, and the new ending is not that good. To be honest, I would rather them switch the second ending for the first one and just change some of uh the animation in the background because the first one was just too good. I it it's just I listen to it in my own freaking free time. It just like a comedy from Spy X Family. I don't know. Hopefully, Dr. Stone also has like a good opening ending. I forget what they sound like. But anyways, luckily I have a list of things here that I just watched. I watched episode, I believe 11 through 16 now. Well, no, 11 through 15 or 10 through 15. I forgot. One of those two. And basically, a lot of like interesting thing happened. So Ushio is able to actually like fight the shadows, like go to head to head with the freaking four armed one head dude, which is pretty impressive. Let me also pull up the names. I listed some of them, but I didn't list all of them. Let me do that real quick. Okay. So all I need is just okay. There we go. So Hishigata. Hishigata is literally. I hate him absolutely. So they nailed that. Heine. Um. I don't think I hate Heine as much as I hate Hishigata, to be honest, because just everything he's freaking done. Man, also I'm freaking skipping myself again. Man, I have everything listed out, but I'm just going everywhere. Oh, let me just go by the list. Um, so Ushio fighting the shadows. She's able to go essentially kind of one on one with Hishigata. Um, she has like a newly discovered copy ability, and she's able to create and like delete weapons or items within like a 50-meter radius, which is interesting. And I only know the 50-meter radius thing because I'm assuming it also applies to her. Because Shinpei got absolutely freaking sniped within the gymnasium. And it's so funny because they don't even show you, it just shows him on the next day. But, that's interesting. I wonder how they're gonna. Wonder what else they're gonna do with it. Um, Actually, to be honest, there's not much they could probably do with it. It's just copying and deleting. I mean, she can maybe like print them like an arsenal of weapons and just like teleport into people's hands instead of like reloading. Maybe I don't know. The betrayal in the caves from the family members was interesting. Seeing Hishigata absolutely just take a dump on, well, not Hishigata, that's the last name. Tokiko absolutely take a dump on So, saying that he's too childish to handle any like responsibility. That was kind of funny. Although what wasn't funny is that So gets, as soon as they're in the caves and they're confronting Heine, Hishigata just like tries to freaking kill Tokiko, and So just like takes the hit instead. And then she has an awakening from that. So that's pretty good considering that Ushio can just like touch people and just transmit their the memories that she and Shinpei have experienced throughout their time loops. Another thing too that was interesting is that they established that every time he dies, he loses just like a couple hours in like the real world. Well, not the real world, but by the time he restarts, he loses like an hour, essentially, or but an hour or two. So now the freaking shadows are on the offensive, and now there's like more reasons to hate Uh, I just noticed that I was calling him Hishigata as well. I mean, Shirehiko. Absolutely hate Shirehiko. There we go. Yeah, it's like kind of interesting, and it's also kind of annoying that Heine is able to see where Shinpei is because she was able to touch his arm during the phone scene where they went back to when Ushio was drowned. And I'm really wondering why Shinpei didn't decide to do the same to her and mark her somehow. But I guess that would be really dangerous because should they'd just be very close together. And considering her abilities, I mean that yeah, that'll probably put him at risk. No, no. I guess Ushio could probably leave a marker. I mean that makes sense. Um, what else we got here? Yeah, the dumb reveal of sacrificing dead people to keep a shadow of a grandmother alive in the Hishigata family. That was really lame. Because the only reason why Heine is an issue is because the family just wants to keep like a grandmother alive. And like the it's like such a dumb entitled thing to do. Even if like they have to kill the friends of the family or just random people on the island in order to keep up with their quota of feeding Heine corpses, whether she has to like burn them or literally eat them in terms of Rinosuke. And that was crazy. I didn't think she would actually like just tear into the dude and freaking eat his innards, which I don't understand. Who which wait no it probably wasn't even Heine who copied the let me get the dude's name real quick. It probably wasn't even Heine who copied the wait why is he not listed here? Oh, Ginjiro. It was probably Shireheko or Shirehiko, but for whatever I don't know. I don't know why they didn't show him. Because during the like the 14-year flashback with Hizuru, it didn't really show Shirehiko at all. It kind of just showed Heine uh with her two eyes just being hungry and playing around with Hizuru, playing house, being established as the mother. Another thing that was weird too is that I understand why Rinosuke was talking to. Of course, it's not listed here, but they were talking to another girl within the cafe where Alan was working at, and it didn't show anything about her going with Rinosuke to the forest, and I don't understand that because they were both trying to figure out where Hizuru went, and they both knew that they went to the mountain, but why was Rinosuke the only one to find Heine? Why did they not go together? That's why I don't understand. And then After that, well, I'm trying to remember if anything else happened that was interesting. I mean, besides that, and Heine taking the form of Rinosuke, it's kind of interesting. I don't think Heine yet in like the current timeline has ever said anything to Rinosuke or Hizuru like directly, because Heine should know that Rinosuke and Hizuru are sharing a body. At this point, I would think that they would talk to each other directly because they both remember it, and I don't know, try to do some like mental thing and I don't know, try to be like, oh, we were friends at one point. Why are you fighting me? I don't know. Um, Let me see. And yeah, the whole gym thing was interesting, or just like the whole like school ground fight, because just like the interaction having Shinpei just try to directly confront Haine, Shirihiko, and like all their little shadow allies, it kind of helps them because if they do indeed reset, he should be able to gather everybody up because it'll reset them a little bit further. Wait, no, never mind. They'll probably already be at the gymnasium, so they won't be able to individually deal with all the shadows before Haine and Shirihiko show up to the gymnasium. Yeah, yeah, they won't be able to. Also, why does everybody who's at the gymnasium have a shadow already made? In that case, why don't they try to get like Shinpei's shadow? Because I don't think that's been created yet, and try to force Ushio to mind control that one. Because at the end of the episode that I just watched, they did just capture Mio with like a bunch of freaking staples, and now they're gonna be able to like clone her. Well, not really clone her, but try to convert her, which I'm sure is gonna backfire or something. But I mean, if they get Mio, she should be they. It should be pretty stacked in their favor. But again, there's like still 9 episodes left that I have to watch. I'm pretty sure it's 9, right? Yeah, I have 9 episodes left. So I'm trying to like theorize like what'll happen before I see it. I feel like Mio's gonna get converted. Mio's gonna do like some sort of betrayal thing because they still have to spice things up. Um, and what else can they do? I can't think of like what else would happen. I was really thinking that in the flashback though, since Shinpei was able to communicate to Hizuru after yelling, that she would well that Shinpei would be able to save Rinosuke, and then Rinosuke and Hizuru would come back to the island together, and then that would like increase their forces or something. I don't know. I don't know what Hizuru would be able to do though, because Rinosuke enhances her abilities. I don't know. I'm sure they'd probably train together with the foresight that they would both have to fight on the island against Heine. I don't know. That would probably cloud things too much. That'd probably be a little bit too much to write into a story. Because then that would be like too good. That'd be like giving the MC like literally every single win they could possibly have. Like getting Rinosuke and Hizuru into their own bodies, not getting killed by Hayane. I feel that's more of like an ending thing because I feel like the whole climax of the story is gonna result around Ushio getting her body back and her shadow either taking over Hayane and like unifying or something, and attempting to either make her nice or get rid of her completely, either or. And then the MC gets like the happy ending of being with like human Ushio and Mio, not like being with them romantically, but just like having them both be safe and saved. And then I don't know, they'll all attend the festival or something. And then freaking Ushio probably like kiss Shinpei, and then Shinpei's like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay on the island," and then cut to the credit scene. I don't know. And also another thing too, they they kind of glossed over uh Sato and So I feel like that's going to be its own episode because So was supposed to talk to his father about the whole shadow thing. Wait, is So a shadow now? Because and another thing too, they we've yet to well I've yet to the see the the other shadows that Saito was talking to over the phone during the after funeral thing that they were doing where they were all eating, and coincidentally enough it was literally like all the shadows with Saito. I don't know, but whatever it is, still a very good show. I do like the twists. I do like the shadows taking uh an offensive stance instead of a defensive stance, having Shide Hiko within the room with Shiori and her family, and the anger inducing death of Hizuru and Rinosuke getting hammered in the head with the sledgehammer, like how they did to Shiori a couple episodes back. That really infuriated me when I saw it. But I mean, it was kind of obvious because I mean, they had to bring up the mark on Shinpei's hand at some point. Well, not Shinpei's hand, Shinpei's arm, and give it a reason to be there instead of just like having him branded and no consequences. But yeah, I can't think of like what else I want to happen. I do like that Ginjiro was able to snipe the Shidehiko finally and cause some damage. Hopefully, it's permanent damage. But it was just nice to see him actually get a win for once because literally every time he's been in combat now, I can't think of a time that he's actually been able to demonstrate his marksman ability. Besides obliterating Mio in the room with Shinpei in Ushio, and yeah, as soon as they went to the caves, Genjiro got murked, trying to defend Hizuru with the I think it was a shotgun that they were using, and then Genjiro gets murked again, standing on guard outside the gymnasium, getting stabbed through the brain from Mio with a knife, and that also annoyed me. And it was kind of interesting too that they added that little tidbit in there that it was like, oh, it was just the snakes, because in the flashback they do mention the snakes that he was looking out for. But like other than that, one thing that would be interesting too is hmm, depending on how fast Shirahiko can copy weapons, I wonder if they're ever gonna do the like an unloaded weapon, because you know freaking Ushio can delete things and create them. I wonder if she can like delete the ammo within the weapon whenever Shirahiko tries to copy it, and then they could do like a switcheroo, be like, oh, the gun you copy is actually unloaded, and then they get the loaded weapon of it, and then before he can copy it, they freaking like blast him or something, or they like blast him twice from like two angles because Gendro is like in a sniper position because he's like really good at it, and he's just like right in front of him. I don't know, but yeah, next episode, hopefully they can convert Mio. I'm pretty sure they do because I did see a spoiler on a on the Yandere subreddit when this was like first coming out, and I foolishly didn't think that I would watch it because I didn't think it would be good, and I'm proven wrong. And it's like very freaking good. I would say this is like a 9 out of 10. The only the only thing that's really hurting it is just the the opening, the ending, and yeah, I consider the opening and ending to a show to be at least like 1 point. I think this is like a 9.25. It could get that 0.75 back if it changed to the first opening and the second opening and ending. But yeah, other than that, I'm probably gonna watch episode 16 as soon as I'm done with this. And then probably like 2 weeks from now, I'll start Dr. Stone. I think Dr. Stone season 2 because I watched season 1. And I kind of remember what happened. I'm pretty sure Dr. Stone was just like inventing like cola and some other things to convert some guy, and he was after like one of the village girls, and I'm pretty sure he like failed, and he got like the more muscular dude from the village to fight, and I think he was like sick or something, and then he like saves her, I think, and like the village girl is like related to his dad in some way. I don't know. It's been so long, but yeah, I'm probably gonna rewatch Doctor Stone because he got that season 3. And with that, that's about it for Coco thoughts. I think it's probably like 7 or 8. uh, yeah, peace. See you next week. Bye.